Hello, happy new day to you. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sapphire, and today I want to talk to you about water fasting. I want to talk to you about water fasting because I did say in the last video that I would touch on this topic. I'll tell you about my experience with water fasting. I'll tell you the benefits and the risks of it, and I especially want to give you tips on how to prepare for one, why you can do one, why you should do one, why people do water fast, and I especially want to tell you about coming off of the fast, how to break the fast properly. So, what is water fasting? When I ask that question, it sounds kind of stupid, but some might not agree, but I don't believe that a question can be stupid. A question is a question, and it means that we're seeking information, right? So let me just assume that there might be somebody out there and someone who's watching this who's never heard of a water fast, didn't know that it is possible for you to go on a water fast. I do not want to assume that every single person knows about Jesus's fast. Also, there are Christians who know that Jesus went on a 40-day fast, and they probably believe that he would not have had water. So let me just go straight into talking about Jesus then. Yes, Jesus, in my opinion, had to have had a water fast. He had to have consumed water. Why? Because while Jesus was here, Jesus was fully human. And being fully human, we saw that he would get tired. We saw that he got hungry. We saw that he was human. And if you're human, you need to stay hydrated. If you do not consume water for long, I think when I read, my research said longer than 3 days without water, you start going in the danger zone. You start affecting your health. And a couple days after that, you can actually die. It can get fatal shortly. So for 40 days, he ate no food. That is humanly possible. It is extreme, but it is humanly possible. But water now, he had to have been drinking water as a human on earth in that form, yeah? So when you water fast, it's basically what I'm saying is that this is an ancient practice. Like, this is not new, even though from what I've seen online, it's like some kind of a trend, you know. When it comes to dietary trends, you know, they get popular, they come up for a while and then they become this thing, especially if some kind of celebrity starts doing it. You hear that this is a new trend and all of a sudden they invented it. Anyways, water fast is a common practice. It might not be as common as others, and the thing is, because it's a fast, a lot of people actually go on water fast that have nothing to do with spirituality. People fast for different reasons. They fast to lose weight, they fast because of health concerns, they fast to just improve their physiological needs and what's wrong with them. And of course, they continue to do this because there are these benefits. There are physiological benefits. So we can go right into, as usual, I have my phone. We can go right into some of the benefits of water fasting. When one goes on a water fast and one deprives themselves of food, there are several benefits. The benefits span improved blood pressure and improved blood sugar regulation. Also, when you fast, your body goes into, when you water fast, aka when you go into what some people would call starvation mode, your body goes into it goes through this process called autophagy, and basically it's a metabolic process where your body begins to consume the cells that are available. So if there are damaged cells or something unhealthy with your cells, it starts to eat itself and recycle cells as well. So it's actually a very good thing for regenerating what's there, getting rid of what's not good, and just giving your body a proper reset and a proper flush. And the truth is, right, before I go into the spiritual aspect of it, we eat a lot of food. And our bodies, think of it as a factory, you know, like our bodies really are like mechanical scientific factories, and we're constantly eating. Many times we don't drink enough water, and we put a strain on our system because we do not put enough time in between the meals for our bodies to function properly. So when you go on a fast, your body gets a well-needed rest. It's like giving your body some TLC. Like the factory workers within your body get to rest a little. Get to take a little vacation, and that's actually very good for you. It's hard, and not everyone should do it, but it's good for you. And as I touch on how not everybody should do it, let me just again make it very clear. I am not a doctor, I have no medical experience, and this is not medical advice. So you have to be sensible about what you take on, what you embark upon. Check with your body first and foremost. For us spiritual people, for us, and I shouldn't say spiritual because spiritual is very wide these days. For us Christians, you practice to check with the Holy Spirit for everything you do before you do it. And on a practical note, check with your doctors as well. If it is unwise for you to do a fast, a complete extreme water fast, then you need to know that you don't want to put yourself in a danger zone. Also, there are different spans of a water fast. So of course you can have a water fast that's just 24 hours long. You can have a 3-day your water fast can be anytime. Honestly, anytime beyond a day can be an effective water fast. My phone just told me that it's 11 a.m. I don't know if you heard that. Hopefully I don't have to cut this out. Right, so you can do a 1-day water fast. Many people do 3-day water fast. You can also do 7-day water fast, 10-day water fast, 21-day water fast, and 40-day water fast. And again, any number in between. So I've done, let me go right back to the risks. And I kind of touch on that when I talk about how you need to go to your doctor about that, right? So if you're having health issues or you haven't done a proper checkup, it might not be wise to put yourself in a situation where your blood sugar drops, because when you go on a water fast, there's no nutrients. There's barely any nutrients entering your body depending on the kind of water fast you're doing. And when I say kind of water fast, I still explain that. You're not giving your body nutrients. Your body would generally need nutrients for our body, and some of us cannot handle doing stuff like that for extended periods of time. So that is you have no nutrients. You are possibly going to have headaches. You run the risk of experiencing dizziness, headaches, nausea, lethargy, as in you just become so tired. And these symptoms happen especially if you do not drink enough water. And if you've never done a water fast, it's not really easy to know how much water to consume. You might think, just drink a little bit more than what you normally drink. Or you might be forcing yourself to drink exactly 8 glasses of water, because we've been hearing since the devil was a boy that you must drink 8 glasses of water. Whatever the actual number is, you need to drink more water. You need to listen to your body, and you need to keep at it. My personal advice is, don't wait until you're thirsty. Just keep drinking. When you start a water fast, just constantly drink. You don't need to be gulping down glasses of water until you feel like you're drowning. You just keep at it. You sip. Alright, so let me check my phone. Alright, so I touched on some benefits. Those are the benefits that I read up on. And I touched on the risks as well, or some of the risks, because everything I'm giving you is my own research and based on my limited memory, and you should always research. What you see whatever you hear about on YouTube, whatever you even read in books, you must always do extensive research. I am just little old me up in my little room, right? So, the benefits that I had, the physiological benefits I experienced when I had a water fast, when I went on a water fast, is I actually had more energy. My body felt so good. I mean, yes, there are days when it was hard, it was so hard, and I did get hungry, hunger pangs. But after a few days, you actually don't feel hungry. You realize that hunger is more mental than physiological, and your body feels healed, and it's hard to explain what it means for your body to feel healed when your body is so packed up with stuff. So you're used to your body feeling how your body feels, and that sounds weird, but you're used to your body a certain way. And when you put yourself on a journey like this, and your body ends up feeling freer and lighter, you realize that the other feelings that you had was actually akin to sickness, And it doesn't mean that since I've come off the water fast, I haven't indulged in things that, aren't necessarily healthy. But I think I'm better able now to say, okay, yeah, my body, I can listen to my body better because I put my body through this rigorous thing, and because I experienced a reset, and I know, to my knowledge, what the best version of my body felt like, so I can use that as a measuring stick, you know what I mean? So yeah, my body felt better. I slept better. I didn't realize how bad my sleeping pattern was until I did the first water fast I did last year. I did a 21-day water fast, and I had some amazing sleep. Oh yes, clarity of mind. I did read up that you would have clarity of mind, you'd have clearer thoughts, and that's for sure. Your mind is clearer, you remember things, your memory is sharper. And I mentioned in my last video where I was talking about the Daniel fast that I became more disciplined. So water fast, of course, meant next level discipline. You have to be disciplined, and then my other benefits would be spiritual, because I'm not just fasting to lose weight. Of course, I wanted to lose some weight, but that was not my aim. And yes, that's a benefit of water fasting. You will lose weight, and of course, you'll be losing water weight. And oh yes, one of the, I don't want to call it risks, but one of the cons of a water fast is, depending on how long you do it for, you will lose some muscle mass. So you want to lose weight, but then you lose weight in the derriere or wherever, and you might not have wanted to. But that comes with it. You lose weight. Just take it and be grateful for it, and work on your body however you can. All right. So talked about regular water fasting. So now, prayerful water fasting. Water fasting, Jesus' way. All right, so on the spiritual, so I wanted to talk about, I did mention that I think that Jesus must have had water. He had to have had water. So I didn't have to go on that. But on the spiritual aspect of it, Jesus fasted, and Jesus did a water fast. So that, for me, is more than enough reason for me to do a water fast. So I'm now talking about why I went on a water fast, right? That's enough reason for me. On a water fast, and I think on any kind of spiritual fast, any kind of prayerful fast, you're going to have some tension. It's not going to be smooth sailing. You're not going to just be fasting and all the good things that I mentioned a while ago, that alone will happen, and there won't be any kind of pushback. We saw where Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and he was tempted of the devil, and the Bible records 3 specific temptations that the devil gave him. However, I think it stands to reason, and if you interpret scripture deeply, he was tempted throughout that time. So when you fast, trust me, just like Jesus, if Jesus was tempted, you will be tempted. So there's all sorts of temptations that when come to you, there's going to be all sorts of tension and struggles, and I mean, come on, this thing is not easy. So I'm sure you didn't come onto this video, or you didn't think water fasting is going to be easy, but at the same time, it's not something that's going to kill you if you don't have something wrong with your body. It's not going to kill you, and the struggles that you have, the spiritual struggles, the warfare that will happen, because I experienced spiritual warfare, that warfare isn't going to take you out either. I believe because I've experienced it, that this whole concept of spiritual warfare can be taken out of context, or we can make it bigger than it actually is. Spiritual warfare don't mean that demons come physically coming and talking to you. I mean, everybody's different and everybody have different experiences. But again, you see, when you train yourself to mimic Christ and you train yourself to follow his walk and how he handled things, I observed that Jesus was never bothered by the devil. At no time do you see him getting all excited, like the way how spiritual warfare has been presented to me many times is, you need to go get your oil, and you need to get the holy water, and you need to walk through the house, and you must do that and sprinkle it over this, and this and that over the picnic them, and I'm not saying that is like 100% wrong. I'm just saying we don't need to make this like this big enormous thing, like Jesus wasn't bothered by it. Read your scriptures, say your prayer, believe your prayer, be bold in what you are speaking and declaring, and go to your bed and go sleep, because no demon is supposed to come rob you of your sleep. No demon is supposed to come rob you of your joy. So if you find where spiritual warfare is robbing you of your joy and it's causing you unrest and anxiety, then check yourself and check the scriptures and the spiritual warfare thing too much. Moving on from that, what else? See, I have the phone. Thank God for the phone. All right, so I did cover water fasting, benefits, risks. And you know what? If I forgot some stuff, don't worry. I will be putting a link to a blog post that should be a little bit more detailed than this, because this was meant to just be candid chatter. I'm just talking about it based on what I experienced. So, me and my water fasting. So I've water fasted for a day already. That is not hard. When you're just starting out, of course it's hard because you're hungry, and especially if you don't live by yourself. Other people are eating, you don't need to force everybody else to do what you are doing, and sometimes you just can't. But yes, when I fasted for a day, I fasted for 3 days. That is hard, like the degrees of difficulty obviously go with how much longer. For some odd reason, my 21-day water fast was easier for me than the 7-day water fast I did this January. I'm not so sure why. I have some theories. I mean, after a certain amount of time, you kind of make peace with the fact that you're on this journey, and that you're not going to eat for 20 days, 21 days, however long away. So you get your mind right. You get your mind right. Also, you can prepare for a fast. You can prepare mentally and physically for a fast. Right, so speaking about preparation, here are my tips. My tips for fasting, for water fasting. I highly recommend that you don't jump into water fasting cold turkey. Maybe start eliminating some of your meals. So if you are the typical person that have like 5 meals per day, maybe cut that down by 1 or 2 meals. Definitely big point here, drink more water. Start drinking more water from before. Not all of us have a wonderful relationship with water, and it's bad, but let's just be candid. Some of us hardly drink water. We're so used to juice and soda and them thing. Their water kind of is on the back burner. But if you're planning to do a water fast, start drink more water so you can get a little used to it. Spiritually, it is so important and beneficial to check with the Holy Spirit. Like, the Holy Spirit is your best friend, talk to him because he can point out to you that maybe this weekend is not the best time to go on a water fast because XYZ is going to come. Or he might not necessarily tell you why, but he might just put it in your spirit that you shouldn't do it then this time, or he tells you when to do it. And as time progresses, and if you're an experienced Christian, you'll realize that the Holy Spirit will just put something in you and you feel peace or disquiet about it, and that will inform when and how you do things. So then if we have the benefit and the privilege of the guidance of the Holy Spirit, why not use it, So yeah, that is a tip. Another tip, looking at my phone, is right. If you don't live alone, and well, if you can get your family members to join in with you, if that's okay, like if you have a spouse that want to join in with you, that might make it a little easier. But if that isn't the case, as often won't be the case, please communicate with your family so that they know what you're embarking on and what to expect, and they'll end up being good accountability partners, you know. So they'll have a little bit of a conscience depending on their personality, and not necessarily bring KFC come sit down right in front of you, or you know, whatever nice fast food and whatever nice cheesecake or whatever your poison is, you know, to come put it in front of you and tempt you. You know, you don't want them to be the devil. Yes, because we people here on earth, we can be angels and we can be devils. Yes, we can, unintentionally too. Anyways, so get some support. Another tip is, whether you have family members or not, you might have your community, your church community, whatever that looks like. You know, if you have a friend abroad or wherever your friend is, that, you know, if you can go on a fast along with them, that helps, because you can talk about it and you can pray together. So anyway, you can find support and community in this endeavor, it'll make it easier for you. If you're a very strong-willed individual and you can do things on your own, go for it. So those are my tips, and I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting some more tips, even though I have some written here. Again, there will be a link to my blog that you can read. How to break a water fast. No, that's where we are, and that part of it is the main reason why I wanted to make this video. How to break a fast is as important as the fast. In fact, I'll be daring and say, physiologically, how you break the fast is the most important step, because I've read about this. If you look online, it won't be hard to find articles and people talking about how to break a fast and the importance of it. And when I did the 21-day fast, it was my first time doing a fast that long. So of course I was diligent and I researched, and your girl did it properly, and it was smooth, it was fine. The last 7-day fasting now, I don't know if I got arrogant or lazy or what the deal, or maybe me just did hungry, because you know, I have a friend that, you know, she can bake really well, and I really wanted to eat her cake that she had made. And anyways, let us not get into irrelevant stuff. But yes, I was looking forward to the fast, and again, maybe because it was a 7-day fast and it wasn't that long, mentally I didn't prepare myself for the long haul. So when, you know, when I see day 6 coming around, I'm like, yes, day 7 coming, and then after day 7 I can eat. I knew that on the last day of the fast, or which is the first day of the breaking of the fast, I couldn't just go eating a whole meal. But basically I just messed up. Let me tell you how I messed up, right? So again, once you're breaking a fast, any kind of fast, you don't just go to eating a burger, you don't just go to having a big old meal. A water fast now, when you're breaking a water fast, you must not consume anything solid. Second time around, the other day, I did. And when I say I did it, you're frightened for know when me did eat. So, for the first day, I think I continued to have coconut water. And that reminds me, I need to talk about this. Before I talk, so I have to switch this up a little. Sorry, guys. For my water fast, I drink coconut water. That's a big thing. Hopefully I don't have to film this whole video over. Right, so typically when you're on a water fast, you only drink water. And regular drinking water is what I assume is what most people who do water fast do, and that's fine. That is what you should be doing. I have coconut water. I choose to have coconut water. I'm at peace with having coconut water. I don't know if some people will think I'm cheating because I have coconut water, and that is fine if you think that. I do not consume the flesh at all, and it is water. So I choose this because especially when I did the 21-day fast, I knew I was doing it for a long time. I'm not going to kid myself. I'm not at the level where I can just drink straight water for so long and not eat nothing at all. Let me just be very transparent here. So I had, and that is still really, really hard. And I'm very, very proud of myself to drink coconut water alone for so long. And when I say alone, I drink regular water too. So coconut water, get that out of the way. We dealt with that. So going back now to breaking the fast. So when I was breaking the fast, the first day of breaking the fast, I continued having coconut water in the morning. Then I very excitedly made a broth, a vegetable broth. Specifically, I made a cabbage soup, but I made it brothy. For lunch, I had the brothy part of the soup, and again also because I did a 7-day fast and not a 21-day fast, I thought I didn't have to be as extreme with the, or as careful, not extreme, as careful. So anyways, come evening time, dinner time, I had a little more. I had, the broth, and I also had bits of cabbage in it. And it's incredible to me that I had less than a cup. I remember my cup, I had less than, I could only manage less than a cup of the soup with the cabbage in it. But that, oh my gosh, that really hurt me. It hurt me so bad. Like I ate it and I felt okay, but then I went to bed. And when I went to bed, it was horrible. I wake up and it was so bad I can't describe all of the isms, schisms of it. I had to try to use the bathroom. That was unpleasant. I felt nauseous. Oh my gosh, so nauseous. So nauseous I had to wake my hubby up and make him make me some tea. Plain tea. I think it was ginger tea. I was extremely weak. And when I say I felt nauseous, I didn't throw up. But when you want to throw up and you can't throw up, I feel like that's the worst kind. But I'm glad I didn't throw up. I don't like throwing up. Let's just not talk about throwing up anymore. And my host, so yeah, I did it the wrong way, guys. Don't do that. Do not follow me. It is very, very important. The first 2 days when you're coming off of a fast, do not eat anything solid. Only have liquids. So here's what I recommend. I recommend vegetable juice. Juice some vegetable juice. Try not to do anything too acidic. So maybe stay away from pineapple and them acidic things there. But have a green juice. Have some green juices. Have some fruit juices. You can still have coconut water if you have access to that. Definitely continue drinking lots of water to keep replenishing your body and keep staying hydrated. You have to be gentle because your body just go through a whole heap of something. Here's my water bottle making noise. And I don't remember what I was saying, as usual. Right, you have to be gentle with your body. The next thing you can have are broths, but do not have solids. Do not eat no little piece of something. Do not deceive yourself into thinking, oh, this is a little bit, so it's not going to do anything. Don't do it. Trust me. Take my word for it. Another thing, that a specific kind of broth that I highly recommend is a bone broth. A bone broth is basically just boiling scrap bones or cow bones or whatever, beef bones. You can use chicken foot, you can use chicken neck, you can use chicken whatever bones from whatever animal, and just boil it for a very, very, very long time. You can season it as well, and there are lots of videos on YouTube telling you how to make a bone broth. There are so many benefits to a bone broth. It's good for your bones. It's good for digestive, gut health. So remember, your gut got depleted, so you want to slowly reintroduce certain things back into your stomach, and a bone broth is just good for it's good for your hair, it's good for your skin. There's a plethora of benefits to bone broth, and I believe bone broth is what saved me when I messed myself up. So again, guys, make sure you're very careful when you're doing a water fast the way I did it. It's a spiritual water fast, so you need to stay prayed up. The praying part of it is what sustained me. I would not, if this was just for a diet, I mean, some people do it for just for dietary reasons. If this was just for a diet, I would not put myself through this. But praying through it, being prayerful, persevering in prayer, really truly helped me to do this. And so I'm not going to say much more because my phone is giving me some indication, and I really don't want to lose all this. Hey, if you want to do it, kudos. You definitely can send me comments. You can send me a message. I'll put an email address in the section, in the, what do you call it, the description, so that you can email me personally, and I'll tell you what I think. I'm not an expert, but hey, I highly recommend it. Do your research, pray, and pray some more. And if you're going to do a water fast, good luck. I figured I needed to do this video because I mentioned that I'd want to do it, and also because I got several questions, and actually people who want to go on a water fast with me. So I don't even remember if it was a water fast or people just want to go on a fast with me. And so hey, we can do, you know, a 3-day one or something. I'll definitely be doing more fasts, and I'll mention them on here, and that's gonna be it for this video. Again, whatever I left out, this has gone on for more than half an hour, so I hope that this has been of value to you. I hope it was not just babbling. But anyways, if you stayed here long enough, it was, and I thank you. I'm grateful to you for watching my video. I recommend that you go on your water fast if you do your research and you're ready. If you need any encouragement, go for it. It is good. Jesus did it, so you can do it. And he wouldn't go doing something and modeling something that you shouldn't do. We need to follow his walk as closely as possible. So yes, let me just wrap this up and say thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching. Quick prayer. Father God, I thank you. I give you thanks. I glorify your name, Lord. I thank you for the opportunity to use my little phone right here in my room and share a positive message and encouragement for people out in the world. Father, I thank you for your son. I thank you for the example, the perfect example that he is. Father, I pray that anyone who is considering doing a water fast, especially if they're considering doing a water fast for spiritual reasons, they want to get closer to you, Lord, I pray that the Holy Spirit will really come alive in them and guide them. I pray that their discernment will get really strong, Father, and I just thank you for guiding them. We thank you for your great mercies and your grace upon us. Father, continue to be who you are and to show up in our lives. We just give you thanks. We give you praise. In Jesus' wonderful name. Amen. Guys, goodbye. Take care. Subscribe. A friend of mine said I should ask you guys to subscribe. I thought that goes without saying, you know, if you like it, subscribe. Your like helps. And I'm just grateful that you're here. So take care. Be blessed. Goodbye.